What's up, ladies? Welcome to She's in Charge of Business. I'm so excited to be here with you and talk about your CEO mindset along with having a strategy is everything. So that's what we're talking about today. And I'm showing up a little bit early. So I'm off my 11 o'clock hour time because I have something else going on. And you know what? I always show up no matter what because I'm here to serve you first, right? And so if you're jumping on, make sure to say hello. Tell me where you're coming in from. If you catch the replay, let me know you catch the replay so I know that this is supporting you and is giving you a value in your own business. And if we've never met, hi, my name is Becky LaFave. I am the girl inside of this group of She's in Charge of Business. I'm the owner of this. And I want to let you know, first and foremost, I help you with organic lead gen, right? I specialize in organic lead gen, and it also helps you build your brand, your influence, your credibility, and sales. Okay. So lead gen is the most important thing in our business. And so that's what I support you on growing your business. So today we're talking about the CEO mindset because having a CEO mindset is so important along with strategy, right? You've got to have this mindset and strategy. I mean, literally last night I get a phone call from an entrepreneur, a friend that, let's face it, how many times have you faced just in this last month, this last year that you thought, I'm going to give up. I'm so done with this. I don't know what else to do. I'm disappointed. I, all the things, right? Let's just keep it real here. And, I get the phone call last night from her and, she had been going through it herself. There's going to be those times, a million times, right? So you have to wrap around your mind that CEO mindset that says no matter what, right? Because you'll say it a million times, maybe 5 times a day, right? I'm not sure where you're at with your mindset yet, but you've got to create that CEO mindset that no matter what, you keep driving, you keep moving forward, right? So let's dive into the mindset that is required not to only achieve success, but the lifestyle that you truly want to live. Because I'm about it all, right? I want to be able to live the lifestyle that I really want and to be able to achieve success all at the same time. So, mindset, strategy, you get to achieve both. So, without one or the other, it really is going to be difficult in your business. I even got a message just today saying, I'm struggling. The more you say I'm struggling, guess what? You're going to struggle. You need to change the language. So let's dive into this, right? You're living your passion. Living your passion is a CEO mindset, drives the force. It's the driving force of what you're doing with your work, right? You could be going to a 9 to 5 job. If you're passionate about it, that's great. If you're not, then you need to be driving your passion. Now, I know a lot of us work and have our passion, right? Until it becomes the full time, whatever. But are you driving it? Are you really driving that passion? Because that's where the feelings come in of what you need to do. Okay. So let's talk about embracing the mission and the vision. Have you really sat down and figured out what your mission is? And are you disrupting your industry and whatever you're in? Are you challenging the status quo? Because if you're just a fish in a sea of a lot of people and you're over here and all these fishes are running around, guess what? You're never going to be seen. You got to jump into the pool. You got to dive bomb in, right? You can't just be like, I'm going to tiptoe in and see if this thing works. No, you're a passionate coach that, that you can get your clients results. You know what you have works. And so your vision is to disrupt and not tiptoe, cannonball in and say, I'm all in. I'm going to impact other people's lives. I became an entrepreneur 33 years ago. And has there been a lot of ups and downs? Absolutely. And I wouldn't change any of them. Maybe at the time it was like, really, I got to go through this, but it is all the lessons if you take it as a lesson and move forward, right, is the most important thing. If you look at the breakdown and you see what's breaking down so you can make it better, right? Those are lessons learned. If you didn't learn the lesson, you will relearn it again and again and again. So if you're not taking the time to slow down and figure out what was that lesson I needed to learn to move forward, then I encourage you to do that, because if you're constantly just in action, 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 it's hurting you, right? Sometimes you got to slow down to speed up. Slow down to speed up, right? Drop that in the chat. Slow down to speed up. And so that's really important. Self confidence is key, right? Who are my introverts and who are my extroverts? Make sure to put that in the chat, because no matter what you are, the number one thing is, do you believe in the offer that you have? Your products or services? Do you believe in your offer? Do you know the value that you serve? Do you know the value that you serve? You know, your daily strengths, right? Being a loving, kind, consistent is critical for our business, right? Are you showing up every day? Are you giving love? Are you receiving it, right? Are you receiving it back? And really knowing that what you have to offer is really important, because in doing so, you will create more self-confidence. You will just create more of it, right? So you need to make sure, first and foremost, you have to validate the little wins in your life, because that's how you get big wins, right? If you're constantly waiting for the big win, you might not get it. So if you count all these little wins, all kinds of little wins, that's what gets you to the big wins. That's what keeps your confidence high and keeps you moving forward, right? Consistency is non-negotiable for a CEO mindset. Consistency is non-negotiable. Are you willing to put in the work every single day of what it takes to grow your business? If it's a big fat no, well, then you probably don't have a successful business. If it is a hell yes, I'm doing whatever it takes without, okay, like without burning yourself out. I like to be in the being and not doing all the time, being the CEO mindset first, and then the strategy second, right? Most importantly, building resilience. Things don't always go as planned. Have you noticed that? Things don't always go as planned. So are you going to build in resilience so that you make sure that no matter what, you have a community? Just like my girlfriend called me last night. No, she knows she ain't quitting. I know she ain't quitting. But she needed to bounce. She needed to talk it out. She needed to share some ideas, some thoughts, right? You got to have community. You got to have that person, because most of our friends, let's face it, most of your friends are not doing what you're doing or not creating what you want. So you don't put yourself in another room with other people, you are not going to rise to the next level of your life, the next level of your business, whatever that is for you. You're going to stay right where they're at. So wherever they're at, that's where you'll be. If you're not seeking more, you will never seek to have any more. So you have to constantly be making sure that you're in the room so that you can have those conversations, that you're up leveling yourself, that you're stepping out of your own damn ego and realizing you don't know everything, right? Because how could you possibly know everything? Nobody does. But yes, you do know a few things, and yes, you do have value to offer, and yes, you believe in what you do, but there's always somebody else that can help you rise, right? If you're always looking for that, that is the next level CEO mindset. And sales, beginning with your thinking. Sales always begins with your thinking, right? Your habits, your thoughts, your mindset, and your actions are exactly what sales come from. So if you're not seeing sales, you need to shift the mind thinking. You need to shift everything in that process and start thinking into the CEO mindset of what the value is that you offer and that you are deserving of that offer, right? You get your clients results. And so realizing and being in alignment with that. So one of the biggest things that I did and changed everything in my business this year was the game changer, was building a qualifying my qualifying method that I now teach, right? I learned this some time ago and put it into action, started teaching my private clients. And I thought this would be a great opportunity to share this with my fellow, women in my She's in Charge of Business community, where I can help up level you in your sales and your business and growing your brand, getting yourself in the authority figure atmosphere where you need to be. And so if you haven't got a chance to watch that masterclass and you want to grab that masterclass, make sure to drop masterclass below and I'll make sure that you get that. This has been a game changer. It's funny. I have been on a conference, in a conference call right for the last since 5 o'clock this morning. And it's been an all day thing already. And so that was the one thing they talked about, is having a qualifying method. And most entrepreneurs don't have this. 7, 6, 7, 8 figures. This is what they have. Now let me ask you, do you? Do you have a qualifying method? If you don't, you need to watch that masterclass. Okay. So drop in a link to the masterclass so I make sure that you get it so you are not left behind and start creating the results you want today. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.